Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So for someone just entering the workforce, their needs are fairly basic to begin with. Like, how do I land into my job right, make sure I get my first good performance review, buy a new car, at some point buy a house, etc. What you're talking about seems to be a higher order thing. So to go higher up in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and you think about self-actualization and transcendence, etc., all the lower layers of the hierarchy need to be fully satisfied. How do we reconcile purpose with this hierarchy of needs?
Yeah, such a good question, Raghu. Thank you. Yes. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, although it is a theory, and according to many, it's not a testable theory so much, although it's an interesting theory and it obviously has its application, but there are exceptions to it. One important point is that in the hierarchy of needs, unless we have a sense of purpose to start with, we're never quite sure if we've fulfilled all of the basic needs. And that goes to a concept called the hedonic treadmill, which says that unless you have a clear moral compass and a higher purpose in life, then there's a way in which no matter how much you acquire materially, there's always a sense, I need a little bit more. And this is, as the ancient wisdom literature would say, the conundrum of only having a sense for developing materially and not working on one's spiritual values and so forth. So the ancient literature called the Srimad Bhagavatam talks about how in any endeavor, whatever it may be, make sure that you have a foundational idea before you embark on it, because you'll never quite know when you're full materially. You get to one point and you think a little bit more and then it'll be more satisfied. But the final point on that, the Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't advocate for going without the necessities of life. In fact, it says you should live a very healthy, balanced life so that you can reach the higher levels. So these ancient wisdom literatures agree with that point, but they do say have a sense of it from the very beginning so you know how to integrate. I said it was the last point, but another point came to my mind, and that is that we have a friend who lives in Singapore, but he has a group in the Bay Area called the Art to Forum, where those who are in higher financial levels come and participate in spiritual topics and things like that. He was telling me last time that the companies that are most successful are the ones that start off with the idea that they're going to give away for a higher purpose a lot of their income. The company itself, like Tata, has been really successful, and they give away a lot. And he said those who say that as soon as I make it, that's when I'll give it away, he said they never do. But if you start with the principle, he said, the way he put it, you hardwire it into your bylaws, that the company exists for a bigger purpose than just the bottom line of making money. And we see how that works out a lot of times. Then they do better financially, and it's a more balanced. So that can be applied, that's from the macro on an individual level, if somebody takes that to heart when they first start developing their lifestyle and so forth.